sure about that? You sure about that? That's why? You sure it wasn't because after the thing that happened?
Hey, old man, give me everything.
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance!
So we are just about ready to go. Impact and Pharaohs. Start with the Impact defense, left to right across the outfield. Marco, Ryan, and Julian, left to right across the infield. Matt, Cody, Dave, Tommy, Matt. Nick behind the plate and Burrito on the mound. And a big thank you to Nick from Impact and Veli from Pharaohs, who helped us with the draw for the brackets. We picked those. So if you're curious about who your first round matchups are and potential second round matchups, head over to the No Glove Nationals Facebook page. Check it out and see what is going on. Pharaohs over to our right, just about ready to go. Little team meeting in the dugout. Gives us plenty of time to go over their lineup, though. It's going to be Wu leading off, then Cap, Veli, and Mac. Mark, Sherm, Mike Long, Sport, Kurt, and AJ. So they're batting 10. Impact is sending 10 to the plate as well. But as I mentioned, no gloves next week. It is already here. Nick's going to go out and talk to them. Umpire showed up a few minutes late, so he can't be too upset if the game's starting late, but that would make sense. So they're going to get a little 15-minute window, which gives us some time, which as Chris came up here, I was scrambling a little inside baseball. I use OBS for my live streams, and I accidentally resized everything to the source, so everything shrunk. And I was frantically trying to get everything resized before 6:45, and then I looked down, it was 6:47. We still didn't have enough people here, so it all worked out for the best. I thrive under pressure, but I guess while we wait, we can look at the bracket. It's downstairs, though. I didn't take a picture. Yeah, if you could grab that, Chris, that would be awesome. Chris is going to grab the board, and I will read you the first round matchups. But we've got 2 games here tonight. Yeah, Dan, I thought we were just about underway, or just about ready to get underway, but joke's on me, right? So after this one, we're going to have BTA and Whale. So 4 tournament teams going. Thank you, Chris. You are the man. Just lean it on the wall if you want. So our first round matchups, game 1 is going to be Hardway and Chicago Dynasty. The winner of that one's going to take on Flashback in game 9. Game 2 is going to be Dirty 38s and Los Barachos. The winner of that is taking on Fat Kids. 10 Deep and High Y face off. The winner of that's going to take on Chucks. Impact and Big Red Machine in game 4 with the winner facing Whale. Hall of Fame Concessions and Iron taking on 45s. So Chris up here gets to take on the winner of Hall of Fame and Iron. Game 6, YTD and Menace. Winner faces BTA. Pharaohs and Moneyline face off in game 7. Winner takes on Signature. And then the final round 1 matchup, game 8, is the play-in winner, which our play-in tournament is July 21st, next Tuesday. And the winner of that takes on Traffic. And the winner of that takes on Hex. So a little bit of work for the game 8 play-in team if they want to advance to game 16. But some great matchups in round 1. Some really interesting ways that it shook out. Again, want to thank Vel and Nick from Pharaohs and Impact for helping us out, draw the teams. Always nice to get everyone else involved. I said to them as they picked the teams, I said, if anyone yells, I'll direct them at you. But some fun matchups, and yeah, throw it back in the bucket and take it back around. But so it looks like we are just waiting to make sure Pharaohs can round out their roster, but we should be getting underway soon. They have a 15-minute cushion. We're approaching that, but we'll see if they extend that a couple minutes because we didn't technically start the clock until well after that. Now we're just vamping, baby. But yeah, hey, if you want to see that, head over to No Glove Nationals. The live video is only a couple minutes long, so you can watch the draw as it goes on and see everything that happens. While we're here, though, we do want to thank a couple sponsors that we've locked in for the tournament. First and foremost, we want to thank the kind people over at FH Passion, where you can build with passion, because, hey, everything's a little better with passion. And then, of course, the one and only Cut Shot Sports. You see the bats all the time on the streams. You'll see the giant bats here along the fields at the tournament, but we want to thank Mike over at Cut Shots Sports, and that's right, Peoria Matt, the fire and the passion. So we've got the passion and we've got the cut shots. But thank you to those fine organizations for helping us. As I always say, we love to support those who support us, and we always appreciate it. It's a whale of a tournament. As I see two people running up right now. Well, one's running, one's walking, but
Sherman was here already. I think it's
so thank you once again to our sponsors. And hey, we'll shout them out and take a couple more looks at them today. But real excited to have them on board. Got a couple others in the hopper as well. This is like if we were going little league rules, it'd be like, hey, who wants to play on Pharaohs for a couple innings?
call your buddy from across the street.
Yeah, this is where I live a couple blocks away. I could be sitting on the couch and get the call from the bullpen.
Adam, go get the call.
So this game behind the backstop brought to you by Chris Lentine while I'm going to play softball. They'd be like, yeah,
Now's your chance.
we regret calling this guy. Stay up in the booth, sir. We've played though. We've played on Thursdays a couple times before. That was fun.
Yeah, we were on YTV.
Yeah, like three falls ago.
Yep.
So that was a lot of fun.
Come to the good side, not the dark side this year. You'll have more fun.
Yeah, I was just happy I got the phone call. So yeah, I was gonna say I saw Sport pointing out to the lot, so it looks like we're gonna get going. And yep, he's coming through the dugout over on field 2. Is that Kurt? I was gonna say I could tell it's Kurt. We can't have a game without Mr. Kurt King. All right, so just in case you forgot our defense and lineups for this one, since we read them so long ago, for Impact defensively, it's going to be Marco, Ryan, and Julian in the outfield. Matt, Odie, Dave, Tommy, Matt across the infield. Matt's on the corners, Nick behind the plate, and Burrito on the mound. And for Pharaohs, it's going to be Woo, Cap, and Belly. Then Mac, Mark, Sherm, Mike Long, Sport, Kurt, and AJ. They're walking up right now. It's like Woo, Cap, and Belly all ready to go. So Impact going to take their warm-ups once again, and we should be ready to go. It's basically rain delayed. We are practiced in case it rains during the tournament games.
Rained last year in the tournament.
Yeah.
Remember? I was like at 15 minutes of far down.
We ended up having to delay the first night an hour, about an hour and a half, and then yeah, it was not our friend, but our maintenance crew did a great job getting the fields ready, as much as you can do. It was the perfect tournament to have after we just got the fields redone, that's for sure. Because if we didn't have that new drainage system, it would have been rough. But yeah, it's always impressive during tourney week when we get those massive rainstorms and then our maintenance team is able to get everything all fixed and ready to go. So looks like we are ready to go. Underway, Burrito's first pitch. Ball to the left side. So ball back in play. That one hit towards concessions. Of course, if you're in the Forest Park area, head over to concessions. Glizzies, slushies, ice cream nachos. Yeah, that's right. If you haven't seen ice cream nachos, check those bad boys out. Woo hits that into left center. That one's going to fall. Ryan gets it. Big turnaround first. Gets it in quickly. There's a leadoff single for Woo. So what runner on first brings up Cap. Ball. that high in the air, back behind short. Cody over towards the line, makes the catch, and then runs it in. Wu trying to play some games, but Cody wisely just runs it in. 1 out, runner still on first, and that brings up Veli. Set Nick moving some people over to the left, and to the left he hits it. Marco makes the catch quick, plant and throw to second. Real great throw, but awesome speed on first for Wu. Able to make the tag. It's one of those real tough throws off his back foot. Dart right into second, but I don't think you're getting Wu in that situation. So 2 down here for Mac. To the right side, foul. Off the tree. Takes the ball deep. One sails outside. Pushes it to the right side. Julian's there. Couple steps to his left, under, and squeezes for out number 3. So the leadoff hitter reaches the next 3 retired. That's going to do it for Pharaohs in the top of the first. Impact coming up, bottom 1. So bottom of the first, defensively for Pharaohs, we've got Wu, Veli, and AJ in the outfield. Mike, Sherm, Cap, Mark, and Mac across the infield. Sport behind the plate, and Kurt on the mound. Batting order for Impact: Ryan, Tommy, Julian, Nick, Cody, TC, Dave, Marco, Burrito, and Matt. And actually, TC's at third, so when I went through the defensive lineup for Impact, I'll biff that one, so no plays over to him, though. So Ryan's set and ready to go. I want to thank you all for joining us here live from the Park District of Forest Park. A smoking hot Monday. BTA and Whale playing after this. So Kurt set. Strike 1 to start things off. Hits that one to the right center gap. Fell in front of it, picks it up, gets it in. Ryan almost slips. Sniper out at first base, but he does stay upright, so leadoff single. Yeah, we always talk about the trees to the right because it saves so many softballs. We almost never talk about the trees to the left, and they might be jealous. So Tommy pushes that to the right side, into the trees. Yeah, I mean, you've played here longer than I've worked here, Chris, but I would imagine that so many foul balls go that way, and somehow 99.9% of them stay in the yard.
Yeah.
Those trees probably keep those blue line trains from a lot of misery.
Well, then don't forget also home plate was farther back,
Right.
10 feet. So the trees were more at play.
Yeah.
I've only seen one person actually hit it out of here, and that was Mark Holstein. Put it right down the line over the fence. I think it was like in a tournament too.
Okay. So after this pitch, this one to the right side, played nicely by Mac, throw towards second. Ryan up though, he is in. So I constantly tell the story of my first tournament taking pictures, and I was sitting I was streaming, and it's before I got the wide angle camera, and I was sitting right here, and Matt Mackey hit a ball that I swear to God went around the lights, around the pole, and was still going so far that the umpire thought it went foul. I swear on everything that ball was fair. It's the furthest ball I've ever seen. It probably hit the splains.
Yeah, I mean it's tough to see though too because there's no foul pole
Right.
that sticks up. So at that point it's all
The odd light pole. But very similar, Mark Holstein, Matt Mackey. You definitely have to be a big dude
and
to.
also Mark Holstein on field 2 during no gloves 1 year. I think the wind might have been thrown out from field 2, hit it into the top of the 10.
Okay, that's impressive. Julian hits that over to third. Mac across gets Julian. The throw wide of third, but great backup from Sherm. So Julian out number 2. Runner goes over to third. So now we got Mac over at 3. I think Bennett 1. Long at 2. So here's Nick Burt with a runner on third, a chance to get impact on the board first. Take strike 1.
Like they got a defensive on the right side.
Yeah, you can see there's a short right fielder. And then center field shifting heavy to the right, and that one up in the air, a couple steps to his right, but great positioning there. Belly moved over to right field, so great catch from the center fielder on a deep fly ball from Nick Burt. Keeps the runner at third, keeps the score scoreless. We head to the top of the second, and Pharaohs coming up. So top of the second here for Pharaohs, Mark, Sherm, Mike. A little flat. Runs on that one down the line, but foul. That one over to the right side, past Tommy into right. Kicks away from Julian. Mark into second. I am getting the dreaded red heat warning right now, so stick with me as we drop some frames. That's when you hear me freaking out, Chris, when you're watching at home, that's what I notice. It goes red, and then I get scared. So here's Sherm, hits that to the right side. Tommy with it, throws to 1. Matt squeezes, the runner moves over, so Mark standing on third now, a productive out. We're back to green. I'm getting a little tiny little umbrella to put over my stuff for the tournament, so that'll help a little bit. Mm-hmm. That's what I definitely need some solar fans up here. So Mike Long, 1 out, runner on third. There's a strike from Burrito. Yeah, I've mentioned the heat a few times, folks, but if you notice it lagging or something going on, we'll get it all fixed. I got no plans going anywhere. That one up off the tree. The tree. What's up, Nate? That one back to Burrito, checks the runner at third, throws to first, a wide throw. He rushed it. Matt collides with Mike. Mike over to second. So the throw drew the first baseman off the bag. And then for those of you who checked out the bracket video earlier over on the No Glove Nationals page, we did the bracket draw for the first round matchups. Tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, we should have the update for the times and everything else. We're going to be working on those tonight and tomorrow. So we should have all that released on the No Gloves page. As that one rolled over to TC at third. Easy throw across. Matt with it, then fires over. No bag for, they do say bag for Matt, so they'll call Sport out at first, but Mike does come in to score. He said he came back and touched it. 2 down, but 2 in for Pharaohs. Friend of the program, Mr. Kurt King. Cy Hefner checking in on Facebook. What's up, my dude? So 2 down, 2 in. Kurt here with the bases empty. So yeah, tomorrow on the No Gloves page, we should have a filled out bracket for you with all the times. I'd say morning, but yeah, let's give me till lunchtime. I'm a slow mover in the morning. King hits that over to second. Tommy with it. Flips to 1 for out number 3, but Pharaohs get 2 across in the top of the second with Impact coming right up. So bottom 2 here for Impact is going to be 5, 6, 7, Cody, TC, and Dave. So the Impact shortstop looking to start things here. Pharaohs with 2 in the top of the second. Rips that one down the line. Over into left. Quick throw from Wu. Cap able to corral it, so a lead-off single. All 4 leadoff hitters have singled to start this one off. So runner on first. Trav, I've got some Porky Pigs, but they are deep in my bag because it is hot up here. You know how hard it is to call a game with sweaty shins, my dude? TC hits that back to King. Well positioned. Over to Cap. Cap can't squeeze it. Yeah, it's one of those. We talk about the awkward spot. Quite often, that was one of those where you got the hands ready, then you have to turn them over, and that one right off the palms. Cody into second safely, so first and second, nobody out for Dave. Great positioning from King on that ball, though. Chops over to second. Underhand flip. Good play from Long. So everyone moves up. What's up, Rich? How we doing, my man? So Marco down the line, just foul. About a foot. Good look. $107 in Arizona, my goodness. Guess I'm glad I don't call 16-inch softball in Arizona. High fly ball into left. Woo with it. Shoots home. Cody holds. Great throw from Woo. Good job by Sport to come off home plate. Knock that ball down. So 2 down here for Burrito. Hoping to wrap one into the outfield. And over to Sherm. Sherm with it. Off bounds throw to first. Bobbled at 1. Nicky says 6, 7. No, he says bobble. So Moran in. TC over to third. First and third. Impact get one back. You know I'm going to turn that into a gif of Nick 6-7ing that one.
Gonna get with the times, Adam.
I'm hip. Tragically hip. So first baseman Matt with a chance to tie it up here. Pushes that to the right side, just over the yellow safety fence. So 2-2 here. Hurt to Matt. Hits that one right at Sherm. Keeps the feet on the infield. Makes the catch for out number 3. So Impact get one back still. Chasing one. Pharaohs up 2-1 as we head to the top of the third. Ben hits that to Burrito, knocks it down, throws to first, and gets the out. We were just talking about the weird experience here a couple weeks ago when the power went out, and we come to find out that half of our campus and parts of Madison lost power that night. So we were getting bullied for losing power, and it happens sometimes. But this week, with it being so hot, we were talking about, what are the odds that something like that happens again? And fortunately, we haven't gotten any notices yet. But as my buddy from ComEd says, brother, you got the oldest infrastructure in the state out here, so. Woo hits that up the middle. Dave with it. Quick shuffle and a throw. Bang, bang, but he gets him by a half step. Otherwise, we'll just have to dip the softballs in glow in the dark paint and do the black light.
Like for any golf in some places.
So 2 down here for Cap. Just a bit too high. Great landing. There's a strike. 2-1 top 3 right now. Fouled off to the left side. That one goes out of play towards concessions. Grab me some ice cream while you're over there.
By the time it gets here.
I don't have enough time to eat it anyways. I gotta drink it. I gotta chug my ice cream up in the booth. I get 15 seconds in between innings. Rito with the pitch. High pop fly into center. And makes the catch for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down for Pharaohs in the top of the 3rd. Impact chasing 1 coming right up.
Now, what would have happened?
That one over to short. Sherm. Good throw off his back foot to get Ryan for out number 1. So 1 down for Tommy. Happy to have you all with us here on this steamy Monday night at the Park District of Forest Park. High fly ball into center. Mark makes the catch. So 2 down for Julian in his new digs this year. Lefty hits a high fly ball over to right. Belly is there, squeezes it, and makes the catch. So 3 up, 3 down, 3 up, 3 down. A quiet 3rd inning for both teams. Pharaohs up 2-1 as we head to the top of the 4th. Little sideline report from our guy Chris up here in the booth. Made note of the fact that it was a busy softball weekend this weekend between the Papa Hops tournament and the Terry Moran tournament. These teams probably a little tired, a lot of ball over the weekend. And then, of course, after this week, we've got no gloves next week. Yeah, Peoria met the rare 3 up, 3 down. You missed it last week in one of the games. 15 batters in a row for both teams retired. As Veli chops that over to Tommy at second, gets rid of it quickly. Veli with good speed, but a good throw from Tommy gets him for out number 1. Brings up Mac. But always cool to see tournaments of that magnitude. Of course, Papa Hops is an entire neighborhood festival, it seems like. The vibes are immaculate, through the roof. And of course, the Terry Moran, great cause, great people, great softball. Back over to second, high hop to Tommy, back foot throw. Throws a strike to Matt for out number 2. We've seen that second hop right at the lip eat up a lot of players, but a good job by Tommy anticipating it, taking that step back up in the air, made the catch and the throw. So 2 down. Here for Mark. Yeah, you are correct, Nate. The B National as well. Shout out to Coach for that one. That one hard over to third. TC fires across high. Matt can't corral it, so Mark heads over to second. The errant throw goes from out number 3 to a runner in scoring position here for the Pharaohs. And the big bat of Sherm comes up. Yeah, a lot of fun seeing the B National updates all weekend long. I was loving the write-ups from Coach. Felt like I was there. My mom read it on Facebook because I was tagged in it, and she thought that I was at a wrestling thing. That's how well written they were. Sherm hits a high fly ball over towards left. Foul territory. Marco can't get to it. Good effort. So 2 down, runner on second. Hits that one foul to the right side, off the tree. I know at one point 2 years ago, the tree was in consideration for tournament MVP. It saved us an entire box of balls. I forget which team it was, but it was just 5 or 6 dudes in a row hit foul balls into the very top of the foliage. Luckily, the trees are very thick up there. Thick with 2 C's as Sherm hits a thick one into center. Big turnaround first. Burrito cuts it off, but he's able to get back. Mark comes in to score, and Pharaohs able to capitalize on the error to make the score 3-1. That's one of those, especially as you creep closer towards no gloves. It's those little things that matter. You can't make mistakes, and if someone makes a mistake against you, you have to capitalize, especially once the screws tighten the further you get in that tournament. That one hit hard to the left side between TC and Cody. Sherm with the aggressive turn comes in, tries to stutter step and pass a tag, but he does get tagged. So along with the hit, the aggressive send does not pay off, but Pharaohs do get one across. We extend the lead to 2. Impact coming up in the bottom of the 4th. It's all lagging right now. It's freaking out, so. So it's going to be Nick, Cody, and TC for Impacts. Bottom of the 4th, chasing 2. A little bit flat from King. There's strike two. Kurt to Burt. Hits that one into center. Mark is there. To his right, makes the catch. So one down for Cody. See those tough shadows on the infield to our left of second base. For short center, short and third. Max Sherman cap. With a lot to deal with over there. Good ball from Cody in to right. One out single. So one out, TC up, one on. Hard over to third. Mac picked his hands up before he had it. That one through into left. Woo to two. Cody, little turnaround third. So Tease with the piece. Puts runners on first and third. One out for Dave. The lefty looking to cut into the 2-run deficit here. Good pitch to start things off for Kurt. Down the line. Had to wait for everyone else to react because I didn't see any indication from the umpire. But when the impact manager's looking right down the line, and he says, "All right, yes, about 6 inches. I feel better about it." Dave hits that right to second, long with it, and then spikes one over to first. Had a chance for the double play. TC a bit off the bag. So 2 down, first and third, and an opportunity for Marco. CC talking a little strategy with the boys. Strike one finds the back of the zone. Tiny little breeze coming in the booth. That one into right center, right towards Valley. Gets it into 2. TC holds up at 3. Good job by the third base coach there. TC was going to take a bit of a larger turn. Cap with it, was ready to fire to 3, and he made sure he stayed nice and close to the bag. So still first and third, 2 down. Impact cuts it to 3-2. Good ball from Marco and a good prediction from my guy Chris up here as Burrito hits that to the right side. Foul territory in play. Val there makes the catch for out number 3. Impact able to get one back, still chasing one. We head to the top of the 5th. It's 3-2 Pharaohs. So top of the 5th here for Pharaohs. It's going to be Sport Kurt Ben. Speaking of, I believe it's about 90% official, but Coach Reg from 10 Deep should be joining me tomorrow night during one of the games. Not sure which one, but he's going to come by and we're going to talk about their A National win and just kind of the come up for 10 Deep. A couple of years ago, they were in the play in. Now they're the A National champions. They're going to be taking that next step up. Sport hits that illegal pitch into left. Marco there to squeeze it. So one down for Kurt. You hear him say, hey, you got to be confident. He says, I'm confident all the time. I just can't hit. That is a proper assessment. If you were to say, all right, you have to pick A or B, he lacks confidence or the ability to hit. I would not pick confidence there as he hits that one back to Burrito for out number 2. I often say he's probably one of the most fun pitchers I have watching out on the mound whenever I call games. Good, bad, 10-run lead, 10-run deficit. He's just the same dude out there all the time. Ball short. That one misses. Leadoff hitter Wu waiting on deck. Ball 4 to Ben. So we'll see if Pharaohs can make another 2-out base runner hurt here for Impact, top of the 5th. Shadows slowly leaving the infield, slightly coming into the booth. I have to lean forward though, so. Yeah, that tree's only for the players. It's not for the player haters. Wu lifts that one to the left side. Foul out of play.
Nick's a branch. Nick the branch.
Other tree trying to get in on the action. Fabello over there doing my favorite game. Now you got to hit one exactly to the same way to the right side. I'm a big fan of symmetry, so. It's a 2-down runner on first for Wu. Illegal pitch. Another one that landed really well. Into left over Cody's head. 2-out single puts a runner in scoring position. Runners on first and second. And a chance for Cap here to get that run back. Just hit the plate. Nice pitch there from Burrito. Cap chops that back to the pitcher. Underhand flip. We're into Matt for out number 3. So Pharaohs unable to get anything across there in the top of the 5th. They strand 2. Impact chasing 1 coming up in the bottom of the 5th. So bottom of the 5th here for Impacts, Matt, Ryan, and Tommy. Over to the right side, Ben in foul territory, gets under, turns around, and makes the catch. Matt a little frustrated there with himself for out number 1. Ryan 1 for 2. Hits that one back to King. Like a cat out on the mound. So 2 down on the quick reflexes from King. Brings up Tommy. Just missed deep. There's a strike. Back to King again. Can't pick that one cleanly, but sticks with it. Good peace of mind there. We talked about it last week. Sometimes that propensity to rush. A good job by Kurt King, taking his time to get to it, make the underhand flip, and get out number 3. A quiet bottom of the 5th for Impact. It's 3-2 Pharaohs coming up top 6. So top of the 6th here for Pharaohs. 3, 4, 5. Veli, Mac, and Mark. After this one, we've got BTA and Whale. Make sure you stick around for game number 2. Chokes up, hits that one up the middle. Dave with it. Good speed from Veli. Leadoff hitter reaches. So dangerous speed on first here for the 4-5 hitters, Mac and Mark. Sherm waiting in the wings. Back to Burrito, throws to second for 1, over to first. Bingo, bango, bongo. That's a double play. They weren't happy with the swing on the single, so what better way to get rid of that than turn a double play? A good job by Moran. His weight carrying him to our right. Through a strike over to second, a good clean turn over to first to get the double play and empty the bases. 2 down, just like that for Mark. Burrito checking where that one missed. Hits that one off the hands of TC over at third. Big turn around first, but a good job by Marco once again. I think that's one of those real underrated things about outfield defenses. You know, you're pitching, you're just letting them hit the ball, but the speed and accuracy in which you can get a ball in is sometimes the difference between 1 or 2 extra bases. So Marco's done a really great job so far, just getting to it and making nice throws back into the infield, especially, you know, a team like Pharaohs. We see that aggressive running on the bases, and they force a lot of errors from defenses. Illegal pitch there, down, flat, but hit off the tree and back into play. Good assist from the tree. That's mine. I'd swing at those flat pitches all day. That baseball muscle memory.
That's what baseball players like, is that little flat one.
I have to enunciate, but I love flat pitches. Sherm hits that one over to second. Tommy knocks it down with it. Mark taking third. They make the throw. Good job by Tommy there. Tipped it down. Did not have the play over at first, so he fires a dart over to third. They make the tag. They make the out. Nothing doing there for Pharaohs in the top of the 6. We had to the bottom 6. Impact chasing 1. So bottom 6, 3, 4, 5, Julian, Nick, and Cody. Fly ball to the left side. Wu was close to it, but that one drifted just a bit too far over the fence. Good little stretch in this Impact lineup of hitters, too. That one up the middle to Cap, off his back foot, fires over, gets Julian by a step for out number 1. As we kind of alluded to earlier, good, clean defense from Pharaohs thus far. Just deep to Nick. Fly ball to right, belly over towards the line. Straddling the line makes the catch for out number 2. And in less certain terms, Mr. King Proud says keeping them off those bases. Couple words in between. Use your imagination and you're probably right. So talking with his middle infield right now. 2 down for Cody. There's a strike. Cody over to third. Mac with the throw. Ben with the catch. 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the 6th. Nothing doing there for Impact. Still chasing 1. Pharaohs coming up looking to extend here in the 7th. Okay, real quick, want to just shout out a couple of our sponsors here for the No Glove Nationals tournament taking place next week at the Park District of Forest Park. First and foremost, I want to thank our friends from Cut Shot Sports. Make sure you come out here next week, Thursday through Sunday, and take pictures with the giant 20-foot inflatable bats. I believe we'll have 4 on campus this time. Shout out to Mike for all his help and his sponsorship here for the No Glove Nationals tournament. And then, of course, our friends over at FH Passion, where you can build with passion, because, hey, everything's a little bit better with passion. So thank you to you guys for supporting us. We appreciate it. Back to the action, though. Top of the 7th, Mike, Sport, and Kurt takes the ball outside. Mike using the DeMarini Windy City, but this is a cut shot house. That was just in terms of market share, it's quite impressive. I feel like my first 2 years, maybe, all I saw were different variations of the Windy City bat. Now I see cut shot everywhere. Proud to have them and their fine superior product on board. Is that one off to the right side into the tree? And I believe it stayed up. So we got one in. This is probably the first time we've lost the ball and everyone didn't come and yell at me to find one. As if I've got anything up here. Same thing when the lights went out. People yelled up to the booth and said, turn them back on. I said, do you think I have a switch here for the lights for the entire facility? Yeah. It's near, and I've got long arms, but not like that. Long hits that one up the middle. Gives Moran a haircut. So runner on first here for Sport. See if we end up getting a pinch hitter for King. Perry foul to the left side. Perry hits it over to Perry. Just Perry with an eye to or Perry with a Y to Perry with an eye. That's Jackson Perry playing in our next game. Whale taking on BTA. Looks like they just finished over on field 2. So we should get our second game going pretty quickly after this one. Perry hits it between Burrito's hands. Tommy with it, knocks it down, but has no play. That one hit hard. First and second now, nobody out. So Kurt is going to hit. They were going to have CC hit for him, but Kurt says, I got this. Checking out the Murakami home run derby numbers. 466 feet, 9 right now. Hardest hit, 114 miles an hour. Is that Willie? Willie and Jordan Walker? Hopefully Wilson Contreras doesn't try to fight his home run derby pitcher. So Nick and Burrito talking a little strategy right here with King up to hit. We're going to get Wu running for long. Or nope, they're just going to talk. I was going to say he shouldn't run. Moran thought the same thing. So first and second, nobody out. Strike one. Huge spot here for both teams. Pharaohs with a chance for some insurance. Impact with a chance to shut the door and keep it close. King chops that over to second. Tommy with it. Flips to first. So good little poke puts 2 in scoring position and a chance here for Ben to knock in 2 with a little poke. Ben takes some big swings, though. I don't think he's looking for a little poke. Hits that into left center. Into the gap, trips around first, but stays up around second, heading towards third. The throw goes in. Jack is waving him. Cody with it. The throw comes home. A close play, actually. But the throw drew Nick just a bit to the right of home, and a 3-run dinger there for Ben extends it 6-2. Yeah, Nate, you are correct. Fundamental softball, a little grounder to the right side, moved him over. Ben said, you know what? They could have stayed at first and second if they wanted. I got this. Wu hits that over to second. Tommy with it. Quick throw to first. Gets him for out number 2. Yeah, Matt, extremely close. I think if that throw doesn't draw Nick that half step to his right, the umpire might have had a much harder decision there. 6-2 right now. Cap hits that one over Cody's head into left. Marco overruns it. Kept slowing down heading into first. Got Dan and my buddy Ryan watching at home. Had the pleasure of seeing John Mulaney with them on Saturday at Wrigley Field. What a night that was. Freaking Buddy Guy opened at Wrigley Field. I said, I don't even care about the comedy show anymore. Strike one there from Moran. Belly hits that one towards left center. Marco cuts it off before it gets too far. They're waving. Cap home. Cody with it. Does not make the throw. Belly glides into second and another run across for Pharaohs. So what started as a 3-2 lead in the 7th inning suddenly becomes a 7-2 lead with another runner in scoring position for Mac. Mac to the left side. That one's going to drift into foul territory. And with both teams here now, Whale to our left, they're going to probably have a quick session of batting practice. BTA will be ready to go from their game over on field 2. So we should get our second game started fairly quickly. I'll get everything turned around. The computer won't get to take a break, but that's okay, as right now it's in the red. That one hammered to deep left over Marco's head. Mac around second, heading towards third, and he's going to get to third before the left fielder even gets to the ball. 2 more runs across for Pharaohs. What a bad time to drop there. Missed a home run from Mr. Mack. Bit too high, illegal. Computer freaking out a little bit. It can't handle all this offense. Chopped over to Dave up the middle. Gets rid of it. Worm burner to Matt. He can not pick it. So Sherm up here, the 10th batter for the Pharaohs. Should he reach, they will have officially batted around. High fly ball into left. Marco back. Marco back gets under and squeezes for out number 3. So all 10 come to the plate. 6 across for Pharaohs. It's 9-2. Impact with some work to do in the bottom of the 7th. So bottom of the 7th here for Impact. 6, 7, 8. TC, Dave, and Marco chasing 7. Happy to have you all with us. I'm glad the audio is perfect, Matt, because there was a good whole inning we were riding that red line, and it was putting out about 100 kbps of video, so apologies for that, everyone. But you know how it goes when it's hot. TC hits that one towards center, tailing away from Mark. Great running catch there from Mark in the gap for out number 1. It was a real good ball, but an even better play from the center fielder. Got a good break. Thought that one might continue to tail away, but able to get his hands under it for out number 1. Just a reminder, right after this one, I'm probably going to restart my computer because it's been sweating this game, and then we'll get the live going right back up for BTA versus Whale. Dave to the left side, foul. So one down, Dave and Marco trying to keep things rolling here for Impact. Chops that over to Sherm at short. Hard charge, off balance throw. Ben squeezes for out number 2. Absolute howitzer on the shoulder for number 13 from Pharaohs. I would not like to play wall ball with that guy. Dodgeball either. I don't think I could get my hands up in time. Marco hits that towards left center. Mark chasing back over his head into a sea of whales. Gets it into Sherm at the cut over his head. Marco's going to hold at third. So 2 out triple. We're going to get a pinch hitter. Pat here for Burrito. Mr. Devereaux trying to keep things going. And it's really all you can do at this point. Just work your way down the line. Keep trying to do the little things right. We've seen some bonkers 2-out rallies too this year. Gets that one over to third. Nice play from Mac on the hop. Low. Ben can't squeeze it. Marco comes in to score. Pat standing on first. 6-run ball game. So we got Mike G hitting for Matt. Ball inside. I'm glad you enjoyed that one, Nate. Sometimes I'm on. Gets that over to the right side. Cap with it. Off balance throw to first. Ben with it. Squeezes it for out number 3. So Impact does get one back in the bottom of the 7th, but they fall to the Pharaohs 9-3. That is all she wrote for game number 1. So that is going to do it for game number 1. Pharaohs victorious over Impact 9-3. Game 2 is going to have BTA taking on Whale. So we will be ending this right now. I'm going to get all the title cards turned over. I'm going to restart the computer, maybe give it an ice bath, throw it in rice, and then we will be back live on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube for game number 2, BTA versus Whale. Hey, if you're going to join us for game number 2, hang tight, grab some snacks, grab a frosty cold beverage. We will be back in a little bit. If one game is all you can handle with me, that's one game more than most people, so I appreciate you hanging around. We'll be back live tomorrow night with Beast Mode and YTD, and then Hardway and Diesel. So whether you're joining us again tonight or back with us tomorrow, I cannot wait to see you behind the backstop live at the Park District.